Welcome back. Well, stable for the equities. So let's get going on a couple of personal finance queries. Harsh Rungta of apnapaisa.com joins in to solve our queries today. And we have our first caller, Saurabh Jain, calls in from Agra. Saurabh is... Okay. I think we've lost that call. But anyway, he would like to know guidance on NAVs of his MFs or mutual funds. I would like to invest around 1 to 2 lakhs. Harsh, over to you.
So I think that is a very basic question. So NAV stands for net asset value. Net asset value is the value of the value of the assets in a particular scheme divided by the number of units. So for example, if 60 people together contribute 10 rupees, which means 600 rupees, and that's used up to buy say one share in HUL at 575 and 25 rupees is spent on expenses, then the net asset value is 575 divided by 60, which is about 9.58. So that essentially is the net asset value. Typically, I think people associate a low net asset value with a better investment proposition. That's clearly not true, and I think one simple example will probably illustrate this. Now think of another scheme that started say 3 years ago, scheme B if you will, where 30 people invested 10 rupees and they bought one HUL share at 300 rupees. Now even that share is now worth 575. 575 divided by 30 is about 19.37. Now whether you buy scheme A where the NAV is 9.58 or you buy the scheme B where units NAV is 19.37, it's exactly, the outlook is exactly the same since both schemes have one share of HUL. So clearly the value of the NAV is a calculation, and that it by itself does not denote whether it's a good investment or not. In fact, the best way to decide, I think before even deciding schemes, the bigger decision that has a much bigger impact on your returns is deciding about what kind of investment you want to make, how much in debt, how much in equity, and then obviously for whatever you choose, if you choose debt, there will be debt schemes you can choose, and depending on your duration there will be certain specific schemes that you could choose, and depending on what kind of equity you can choose specific equity schemes, you can choose balanced schemes, etc. That is the most important decision that you should clearly take.
All right. Well, that was a very helpful explanation, Harsh, but we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us on what is an NAV and how you should choose schemes based on NAVs. We have to wind up markets and macros on this note, but let me tell you, it has been an energizing last 2 hours, by which I mean the top 20 stocks you take which have risen in the markets, at least 15 of them are power stocks, REC, PFC or energy. Coal India, NHPC, GMR Energy, I can go on, but it is only power that's holding forth. With that, we wind up this edition of Markets and Macros Business Lunch in a minute.